The request there. Thank you very much for the request there, Roland. I really enjoyed that Marley very, very much. Yep. Who the cap fit?
Let them wear it according to Bob Marley.
And that's sort of like what we want to get into topic-wise today.
You see, people, one of the things probably we're hoping to discuss today is how people dress, the way how they dress, how it could influence the perceptions of people.
Of course. Yeah.
You see, like for example, if you were to see a woman walking down the road, that same woman, if she's wearing like let me say a suit or something business-like, and that same woman you were to see the next door later on, she's wearing something, she's skimpily clad, like some hot pants and that kind of thing,
Pum-pum shorts.
Pum-pum shorts.
As they say.
The kind of reaction, the chances that you'll get.
Obviously,
Same person.
Yeah.
You see, chances that you see the woman and you'll want to know if it's the same woman.
Yeah. There's a line from a song, as you mentioned that, and it just came to mind. It's not who you are, but how you dress.
And the next saying what boy? I'd written it down and I had to search it. But it encapsulates all of that.
Yeah, of course.
I can't remember how they put it. You see. But as everybody know, that same person, you see that same person, they say pum-pum shorts and they stand up by the road, or how they call it.
Yeah.
Something the kind of reaction that you'll get from men, for example. The cat calls, the family.
Yeah, I know.
What going on?
I know many women do not like that at all. I mean, you should be able to wear whatever you want and come out and not
precisely.
be harassed or ridiculed or too much attention, being sought. But I mean, it happens. It goes to the territory.
Because, something all depends on the people. And obviously, different people, obviously, they don't think alike.
Yeah.
Good. So, something, the perception somebody might see you that time, for you, that's a natural thing. As you were saying, because something you might be accustomed wearing at home, but you might just step out the road, it might be too far from home. And as you say, somebody's supposed to be able to dress how they feel like. But obviously not naked, of course.
Yeah, well, I have seen that.
But
actually in public too,
the same first world countries, there are people who go naked. I remember watching, I think usually in protests or something. I don't know if they said the place was London, somewhere in the heart of London, somewhere there, and there were those protests. And people who had the bikes and things parked up or whatever the case might be, and they were naked as they born.
Yeah, well, it's different out there. It's a lot different in other parts of the country.
But what I'm saying,
Yeah.
but these are the same first world countries that we consider
I know.
we consider first world countries.
They're over passionate.
And you see it in London, you see it in probably certain protests or whatever in America. And some of these first world countries.
I know.
And they will fight for their rights to be like that.
Correct.
Because the quoting constitution and all of that same way.
I know.
They tell you about this amendment and that amendment and the this and that. And apparently you can't touch them. Probably even the police.
Yeah.
You see. So,
Not
again.
to mention nude beaches and whatnot.
All of that. You see. So, as we say, people are supposed to be able to dress how they want, obviously. Not nakedly at it. And they have to do with cultures too.
Yes.
According to the country you're living in and the culture.
Well, of course.
It will influence how people view you. Right? So, like in Trinidad, for example, in a Muslim country, things that you will hear work in terms of office. You might have on a nice kind of mini skirt. Sometimes you see people, they look sexy, nice, kind of, you can see the figure, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Good. But they may have on a nice little kind of top, they mix it.
Right.
Even offices in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah. Okay, in Trinidad, okay, yes.
Yeah.
Right.
In Trinidad and Tobago, I'm talking about. Right? They may have on a skirt, they can see the figure. And they may have on a nice jacket on top of that. And they go to work like that.
True.
Good. But like for example, in a Muslim country with cultures, some Muslim countries, I can't say all, but in some Muslim countries, that is not allowed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course.
You see? So this has to do with, according to the culture that you're in, the perception, how people perceive you based on how you dress. I don't know if you remember the other famous, what they call it, the person died now. when the person mentioned that he didn't want that kind of dress in his school. I think the person was the principal or vice principal. And he mentioned about the person, remember the famous panty line talk? Does that ring a bell?
I sort of. It's kind of vague in my mind right now, my memory, but I suppose you're right.
Based on the person's religious background, person that was a very famous person. But he used to run a school or own the school. And, they hired principals or whatever the thing might be, and I think he either fired the principal or the vice principal or something like that.
Okay.
Good. And when it ended up a big brouhaha, it was a big public brouhaha about it. And he mentioned it, he said, but you know that kind of person just that kind of way in his school. Because you see the person panty line.
Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah.
That was big thing. All over the news, the person passed on now.
Okay.
And that person, in and of themselves, is a magnet for public conversation.
Okay.
So you put two and two together, you're supposed to kind of figure out who that person.
Yes. Well, I know, but I mean, the topic is real. Yes, I can tell you if I as you know, I don't really dress up per se.
Yeah.
Right. But the thing is, I have a lot of clothing, and I have a lot of shirts and blazers and lots of formal clothing as well, right? So I don't always dress up, but there are times that I do, and it has a really different reaction. Like when I come in here, if I decide to wear like a very decent shirt, and I button down, it's looking really, really dapper. The reactions that I get. So and the comments as well. So I know that it does make a difference with what you wear. I mean, I came in here already in shorts, and I would say that I did, but I think that day something happened that day. I can't remember what it was, and I was out, and I was really running late, and I just had to come straight to work, and I was wearing shorts, and there was people were watching me like, you're wearing short pants, right? I said, well, okay, it's a good thing I work on the radio. But, yeah. And I used to anchor the news on television, right?
I remember that.
On weekends.
That, yeah.
You remember? And then I would be wearing my suit on top, and I'm wearing a short pants and slippers underneath, and nobody knew that. I'm
aware of that.
Yeah, right.
Because sometimes, remember, some people in terms of news on television, they're just going from the waist above.
Yeah.
So from the waist above, there's just the
exactly. So I used to do that.
And I mean, that has happened
intentionally because I knew that it wasn't like a full. I wasn't standing to present the news.
And that I mean that has happened on so many occasions. Not just with you alone.
Yeah.
I mean, if you hear past stories,
I know.
People quickly had to do the news,
and then I would take photos.
And throw your jacket.
And there were times like after the news, I would pose for photos, and I would post them up on my social media pages, and people like, is that what you wear when you're reading the news? So yeah, but going back to what I was saying, so it is it does make a difference, with how you dress. Now there are occasions, of course, you would be dressed appropriately, but let's say on a day-to-day basis, according to what you throw on, you would get a different reaction.
Yeah, on top of that too, sometimes environment would make a difference.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, if you're wearing something slinky and you're wearing something like a hot pants or whatever you think might be as a woman, and you, how to put it, your clothes, you're lying in a bar or some kind of thing.
Yeah.
You're close to the beach, that kind of thing. People obviously would see you different because the environment kind of lends itself to that.
Yeah.
Good. As opposed to if they see you, let's say just in Port of Spain shopping.
Right.
You can imagine the kind of catcalls and the kind of things the disrespectful things.
Of course.
That probably men will say to you. Now, to them, it may not be disrespectful.
Right.
But to the woman, according to the woman too, because the different people are different thinking.
Some people would like that, I guess.
But that's what I'm saying.
They crave the attention.
The attention grabbers.
They would wear
the attention
clothes,
grabbers.
Specifically to gain attention from the opposite sex, regardless of what the reactions or the comments or that they get, that they receive.
Because for instance, I do care nobody says, but one thing you could call me prejudiced that, but let me tell you something. If I were to see somebody, for instance, anybody, unless I know you, considering the environment and considering the level of crime now, if I were to see you wearing a hoodie, you
Yeah.
see that? Considering the level of crime, what they call it,
Right.
I look at nobody say, I'm very careful. You know? For the time, I come down the road and I see somebody wearing a hoodie, my eyes on you all the time. You see, I would even cross the road.
Right. Yes.
Or you're in a vehicle.
Okay.
Because you know, sometimes not by the looks of somebody, you know.
Yeah.
But this is what most bandits and things tend to wear.
Oh, right. So you're
You-
looking
you-
like with a suspicious look.
Of course.
Yeah.
But you have to be careful of yourself.
Yeah.
Because bandits don't really have a look, you know. Criminals don't really have a look per se. You know,
True.
to say, well, you're good looking and you're a handsome man. Sometimes the biggest criminals are they well clean and shaved, don't feel well.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody just have on a shaggy rasta hairstyle or, you know, some bust pants or some kind of thing. You know. Good. Very, very clever guys will be dressed in suit and, shirt and tie and all these kind of
Correct.
things. I have heard people who were robbed. Say sometimes the passenger jumped in the car or the vehicle and they have on, you know, nice long sleeve shirt and tie as though they're going to work in an office.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing you know, when the vehicle reached a certain point, they were held up by that same person.
Correct. That's what they say. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Thank you very much. And I remember when I used to be working temporarily at Ministry of Science and Technology, I remember, and you could believe that sometimes somebody could be so bad lucky that person was robbed twice in the space of about 20 minutes by different people.
Oh my gosh.
A security guard, right, when I was working in Science and Technology in St. Augustine. I don't know if you've ever been, there used to be on I think it's still on Warner Street. You know what Warner Street in St. Augustine?
I used to live on Warner Street
serious?
in St. Augustine for about a year or so.
But look at that. So you know the place, right?
Yeah.
So Science and Technology used to be there, right? I used to work as a voice over IP telephone operator at the
Oh
time.
no, sorry. It was Wilson Street.
Wilson Street.
But I know Warner.
Yeah.
Warner. That has the science and
the
technology.
crossroad.
Yeah.
Correct. And so you know, walking out from the back there, because the person they work nights now. So they knock off early in the morning because they're working from 6 to 6.
Right.
So 6 o'clock in the morning, they're on their way home. That person used to live Sandy Grande. So they're walking up this street by Guardian. I can't remember the street. But you know they had Guardian Life.
That's
building.
Wilson Street.
Right, Wilson Street.
And the
That's
corner
right.
of Wilson was
Ah,
Guardian. Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Good. So they're walking over the street and they know something that over the morning it could be very lonely.
Well,
and,
yeah.
and that kind of thing. Those cross streets, Wilson Street, those other cross streets. And probably the exception of St. John Street, because St. John is a very busy street. It had the bank, Mount St. Benedict, and all of them are there. Good. So while he walking out, I remember he told me, he said, two people jogging. Here people could describe themselves. Eh? They jogging. And he just take it as joggers. And some one of the guys asked him, hey bro, what's the time there? At the time he took to look down to his watch, next thing he feel a cold piece of steel inside the waist. You know? That you ain't taking the time to see whether they're gone or not.
Right. True.
They pass everything. He said he's just so lucky that before they had to rob him his money, and he had money on him,
Yeah.
a police vehicle had to be passing at
Wow.
the same time. How lucky he was at that time. Huh?
Yeah.
A police vehicle had to be passing at the
At
same
that time.
time. And you know when they saw the police vehicle and thing, everybody even know that have about 2 or 3 big empty spots. One thing along that street in the back, they had some big vacant pieces of land. Good. So the would-be bandits, they ran through the empty lots and land. You know, he told me when the police vehicle pull up, they asked him what was taking place. He explained to them or whatever. Right? Now, he walked out, you know, he used to go somewhere by Campus Corner day to come out on the bus route
Yes.
to get a vehicle because he live in Grandy.
Right.
He told me he jumped in a maxi taxi, right? Probably red band or whatever the case might be. He told me why going up the road. He nearly get up there
Oh my gosh.
in about the space of about 20
And the
minutes.
same guy. Yeah.
Yeah, the same guy. He jumped in a vehicle now on his waiting. He said he saw three guys came in. Good? In hoodies. Well, I mean, that alone, if you ask me, I jump out the vehicle.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm not taking that. I rather jump out the vehicle, take another
Because
vehicle.
that's
and travel.
way too suspicious, man.
Yeah. 3 guys came in with hoodies.
Yeah.
And he told me, it's the next thing you know, one pull out a gun
Oh jeez.
and held up everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he told me, he said, Roland, he said the side of the thing, he could realize the gun didn't have any cartridge.
Yeah.
Basically,
Okay.
the kind of machine gun or whatever it was.
It was a machine
Yeah,
gun?
yeah.
Okay.
Right, with a machine gun. But the guy had on. He told me, he said, Roland, he said, when the man put my hand behind the back, I look back up and I realized the machine gun didn't have no cartridge or whatever, and based on the model of the gun.
Okay.
He told me, he said, but you don't know what the other two has.
Exactly.
See, I tell you, they robbed him $400 that day.
Wow.
He alone had
So
$400.
he
in
didn't
his
get
wallet.
away after all.
He didn't get away after all. You see? And that's what I'm telling you, people. According to what somebody wearing, you can't blame somebody for viewing somebody based on what they're wearing. It all depends on what they're wearing and the circumstances. It's because I said, if it's a lonely area, if it's a popular area like in Paula Spin, all right, because you know it's full of people. But if you're in a lonely area, whether it's morning time, day or not, you have to be very careful about the person wearing. Worse yet if it's night time.
Correct.
So it all depends on what the person has on. But all of that has to be considered. All right, people? So I think we'll just play a little music and we'll come back for a little break.
We'll take a break, but then we also have a ticket giveaway coming up. And we also have, let me see, a ticket giveaway. That's for the cricket. And then we have a 10-minute segment for Digicel also on the way.
Yeah, there ain't no problem, man.
Real thing happening. Stay tuned.
7 remarkable young women.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stefan Reese and Mr. X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabadi. Go beyond limits with Roland Stewart. Drive home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
The Tobago Heritage Festival is much more than a series of cultural shows. It is Tobago's largest annual celebration of history, traditions, and community spirit. Created in the mid-1980s to preserve the island's unique customs, the festival brings Tobago's past to life through music, dance, storytelling, food, and folklore. Unlike many festivals that take place in one location, the Tobago Heritage Festival spreads across villages throughout the island. Each community proudly presents its own traditions, giving visitors an authentic look at Tobagonian life and culture. This year's festival runs from July 16th to August 1st, 2026, celebrating the importance of community, togetherness, and cultural identity. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026, keeping Tobago's rich heritage alive for future generations.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story. From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
Some stories are written in books. Others live in the hearts and memories of a people. One of Tobago's most famous folk legends is that of Gangang Sara, a mysterious African woman said to have flown across the Atlantic and settled in the village of Golden Lane. According to the legend, she possessed the power of flight, but after living in Tobago and eating salt, she lost her ability to return home. Her story has been passed down through generations and remains one of the island's most treasured pieces of folklore. During the Tobago Heritage Festival, visitors gather in Golden Lane to hear the tale brought to life through storytelling and cultural presentations. It is a reminder that heritage is not only found in historical records, but also in the stories people share from one generation to the next. This is Tobago's oral tradition at its finest, and in 2026, Tobago invites you to hear it for yourself.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stefan Reese and Mr. X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabadi. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive Home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
The Tobago Heritage Festival is much more than a series of cultural shows. It is Tobago's largest annual celebration of history, traditions, and community spirit. Created in the mid-1980s to preserve the island's unique customs, the festival brings Tobago's past to life through music, dance, storytelling, food, and folklore. Unlike many festivals that take place in one location, the Tobago Heritage Festival spreads across villages throughout the island. Each community proudly presents its own traditions, giving visitors an authentic look at Tobagonian life and culture. This year's festival runs from July 16th to August 1st, 2026, celebrating the importance of community, togetherness, and cultural identity. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026.
All you have to do is call and answer the question. Roland, you want to hear the question?
Mm-hmm.
Right. If you get this one wrong, you need help. Serious help, okay? What color are the uniforms traditionally worn by the West Indies cricket team? Okay? Don't answer, Roland.
Of course not. That is too easy.
I know, but it's one of the questions that, we're suggested questions that we have here on the list. I thought, let me just go with something real easy, and let's give away a pair of tickets. It's for the second test that's taking place at the Queen's Park Oval between August 2nd to the 6th. All right? And that's, of course, the West Indies versus Pakistan. All right? So if you know the answer, call it in 622-4911 and tell us the color of the uniforms worn traditionally by the Windies cricket team. What is the color? I just need the color.
So people call her because we know Trinidad and Tobago, we grew up with cricket around us.
Correct. And
so we're listening to all you. Just call.
And even if you want to call in the WhatsApp, you can do that too, 394-4911 or 622-4911. You're listening to us online right now because the cricket's taking place on the air. So we're doing our thing online, but you can still call in 622-4911 or 394-4911. All right, so we're looking forward to hearing from you. What's the color traditionally worn by the West Indies cricket team?
Very easy question, everybody. Very easy question.
Yeah. All right, so we'll find out just how easy it is when that call comes in. All right, so phone lines are open. We're giving away those tickets, and in just a bit we're going to get into 10 minutes for Digicel. All right, so we want to give away those tickets right now, and it's for the second test that's taking place at the Queen's Park Oval. So you get to go to the Oval. And it's happening between the 2nd and the 6th of August. That's the second test, and these tickets are for that test. Well, for one day, I think, in the test series.
Or for one day.
I believe so, yeah. Right? But hey,
Of course.
you get to go for free.
For free.
Yeah. But you got to call Roland and you got to call me. All right? Here on Talk City. All right, 632-4911 and 394-4911. I was trying a little rhyming thing there. So, yep, that's basically what's going on. Hope that you're having yourself a good one. And we can continue with our conversation, I guess, until, we get that call coming in.
Yeah, that ain't not a problem, man. Hello. So, as we were saying, bro, it all depends on how people view you based on what you're wearing.
Yes.
You see, and it have to do with culture. You have various factors. It all depends on the country or the culture that you're in. Now, as you know, clothes could connote to, it could communicate various things, right? Clothes, it could communicate professionalism.
Yes.
Right? It could communicate mood, all these kind of things.
Correct.
Right? Style, all these kind of things.
Yeah. Well, the styles these days are quite outrageous. So you see all kind of different, types of clothing and the way it's being worn. Okay, we're evolving, I guess.
Yep. You see, so based on that, in terms of the style, the various things that clothes could communicate.
Yeah.
But then also to, if you're wearing something very skimpy according to where you are, it could communicate attention grabbing too as well.
Yeah, time and place. Exactly. All right, so going once, going twice.
Going twice, going 3 times.
All right, so we'll just have to keep those tickets for ourselves. Roland, you go enjoy that cricket, boy.
Of course, then we have no other choice.
All right, so let's get into our 10 minutes for Digicel. And Roland, you got some information to share with us for Digi?
Of course, man. Now, folks, looking for more entertainment this Java? Switch to Digicel Fiber and get the new Omni TV plans with Disney Plus included. Enjoy 20% off for 6 months when you sign up today. That's more speed, more entertainment for the whole family, less on your bill. Visit the nearest Digicel store and switch today.
Oh, I love it.
All the time.
A little mysterious to the end there, too.
Of
All
course.
Right. Cool. So we're inside 10 minutes for Digicel, letting you know that they got lots of great deals going on. They always do. Yeah.
As always.
The Disney Plus is really a plus. You should sign up for that Omni TV plan because it's the Omni TV, right? Yes.
Omni TV.
Yes, Omni TV.
Yes.
Because with the Disney Channel, you get so much entertainment, so many things to look at.
Because remember, you told me that you get all the Marvels. Is that Disney?
Yeah. You do. I'm wondering if that's with the Disney. I know it's with the Disney app, but I think with the Disney Plus, it might be similar. I'm not 100% certain there. I think the app is what you when you subscribe to the app, you get all the Marvel movies and stuff. But with the Disney Plus, it is a Disney Channel.
Yes.
But it may not necessarily be all of the above, what I just mentioned. So just a little correction there on my part. But you're still getting Disney, and Disney has some amazing programming.
And not only that, but remember you're getting 20% off. Huh?
Yes.
Not 5, not 10,
Correct.
not 15.
That's a fifth
but
off.
20% off, people. And just imagine, people, you're getting that for 6 months.
Yeah. I love the way they throw those deals at us. It's always something that you can save. And
20% off for 6 months. I mean, they say you can't get better than that.
No, it is unbeatable for sure. They know how to stay ahead of the competition.
All the time. Right? And let me say, just remember, people, you got to sign up today.
You have to sign up today. And you can also get a Samsung handset for only $129. That's great. On a Digicel My Choice plan, that's another plan they've got there. You get 40 gigs, a Samsung A6 or an A7 for $129. Plus, you still get weekly chances
A
to
Samsung.
win. Yeah.
So you get all of that.
Yeah. And once you sign up with Digicel Postpaid, you have those weekly chances to win. So there's more data, more Java, more wins. Sign up for Digicel Postpaid at your nearest Digicel store, and they're all over the place.
All over the place.
Yeah.
All over the place.
Yep. And they even have the online store too. So you can if you're on the interweb, you can go on, check out Digicel. And there's the app too, my Digicel app. So many different ways.
Yeah, there's so many things.
Yeah.
There's so many different ways.
sign
And
up.
I've even noticed lately too, they even come into your WhatsApp there.
Yeah.
That ever happen to you?
Or you get like a WhatsApp message as well. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, do I? Yeah,
On WhatsApp?
I can't.
The different
recall
promotions.
If I got anything on. Oh, I get the SMS. I get the
On WhatsApp.
the standard text messages. I get those. No, not WhatsApp. That's the regular messaging.
Well, actually, in my WhatsApp.
Oh, you get it in your WhatsApp.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's cool.
Just like how you'll get like a chat.
Yeah.
Digicel now, I realize they have what they call it. So like whatever promotion.
It's a broadcast, so they send it out.
Yeah.
In your WhatsApp. That is
Yeah,
amazing.
they send it through your WhatsApp.
I don't have that, but I what I do get, like I said, is the regular messaging. I get to I know what they have currently going on.
Yeah, I will go into my phone and
Okay.
on the
Okay.
WhatsApp and share what
That's cool. In the meantime, let's take this in.
When I look at where I'm coming from, I know I'm blessed, and I close my eyes and smile. Sometimes I feel like the richest man in Babylon, and I've done my best, so everything's alright inside. Oh, every morning, I rise, I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing. So when the evening comes, I lift up my eyes to the hills, I'm blessed, oh man. With my two hands in the air, as far as I can. Sometimes I'm lost and far from home, but I'll find my way. I follow my heart, I know I'll be found someday. While I'm lost, I learn and live. What do you say? Let's have a good time until that day. Oh, every morning, I rise, I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing. So when the evening comes, I lift up my eyes to the hills, I'm blessed, oh man. With my two hands in the air, as far as I can. I
goodness. Thank you so much, Chronix, on that one. And yep, just closing it off for Digicel and of course for the show as well today. You know what I love about Digi2? When you call them and there's a problem, like a technical issue, they know exactly where the problem's coming from. They can tell you, we check, okay, from the pole to the house. We check from the house to the box. So they know exactly where the breakdown may be.
All right.
I think that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's very nice.
Yeah.
But what I can tell you, I know, as a person who have had Digicel already in the past, I can tell you that I don't really have no problem for them when it comes to like technical problems and that kind of thing.
Yeah. No,
they respond very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they respond very quickly.
I even had a senior moment where one of my HDMI cables was faulty. And I didn't know why I was getting issues with the cable. Because that's when I had cable. And they said, okay, listen, everything's fine, check your HDMI cable. I said, but this is a new cable. So what I did is I actually change the source. So there's HDMI 1, HDMI 2. So it's to switch it from HDMI 1 to HDMI 2 and see if that solves the problem. And it did.
So it
was an issue with the port of the
So when it
TV.
comes to customer service,
Yeah,
they are A-class when it comes to customer
and
service.
the know-how, they know their stuff.
Yeah.
So we're closing it off for Digicel today. Thank you very much, Roland, as well, for
of course
your
very informative input, so
for
to
your
speak.
For your show. I'm just multitasking. I was doing a million things at once. So thank you very much, Roland, and thank you to Digicel. Thanks to everyone. And remember, we have those tickets to give away every day for the second test at the Oval. If you want it, you got to call it in. All right, so one more day for the first test. That's tomorrow. And then it'll be over for the first test. And if you're looking for more entertainment this Java, switch to Digicel Fiber and get the new Omni TV plans with Disney Plus included. 20% off for 6 months when you sign up today. More speed, more entertainment for the entire family, and less on your bill, which is, I think, the great bottom line there. Visit your nearest Digicel store and switch today. All right, so we're going until tomorrow.
Until tomorrow, bro.
Enjoy the rest of it and stay tuned.
Have a beautiful afternoon, everyone.
Yes.
Bigger conversations, bigger voices, bigger impact. Talk City 91.